Shabbat Shalom. Abraham is the OG of the Jewish people, and he is often given as an example of how Jewish people are supposed to live. This week's Torah portion includes many of the best-known stories about Abraham and his family. At the beginning of the Parsha, Abraham takes care of strangers who turn out to be angels. Later in the story, he argues with God to save the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah that God wants to destroy, so that no one innocent is killed there. With stories like these, I could see why Abraham is a good example for us. But these aren't the stories in Vayera. We also read this week that Abraham sends Hagar and Ishmael away and almost kills his other son named Isaac in the mountains. When reading about how he treats his sons, it made me wonder if Abraham is actually good. And what does it mean to actually be good? To answer what it means to be good, I'm going to talk first about the part of the story where we learn what it means to be bad. When God decides Sodom and Gomorrah are so terrible that everybody who lives there should die, in this part of the story, Abraham argues with God that it isn't right to kill innocent people along with the evil people. Abraham tells God that there must be some people who are not evil. Abraham asks if God will spare the city if he could find 50 good people there. Then he asks if he will spare the city if he finds 30 good people. And he goes all the way down to 10. If there are 10 good people, will God spare the cities? When I read this, I wondered, did the people in these cities do what that was so bad that God wanted to just kill them all? What could have made God so incredibly angry? When I researched my question, I found that many rabbis said it. It wasn't just that some people in the cities were evil. It seemed that both cities were all in foremost really bad. They were cities that had a lot of wealth, but didn't really want to share with anyone with the outsiders. And they were even not too eager to share with amongst themselves and their allies. And they felt so strongly about this that they made some laws saying that they shouldn't share their riches with anyone. This made me think about what's going on in our country, about the people in our own countries, in our own country that don't have enough money to live in decent homes or buy food. Laws are being made not only to don't help these people, they could actually really hurt them. The U.S. is actively rounding up immigrants who may or not be here illegally, and laws are being created to keep the outsiders away, like Sodom and Gomorrah. Too many of us are concerned about just our own wealth and not caring about the outsiders, or even people in our own country who are homeless and can't afford to eat. I am trying to think about what I could do and what it means to be good. And when there are so many hard things happening, we need better laws to make sure that people have enough. But I'm too young to make better laws. But you know what I can do? I could stand up when things are wrong by protesting or just speaking out. I could help make our communities better. Last year, I raised money for the Common Point's Rye Food Pantry. And before I even volunteered there, a few times with my brother, CBST has a legal clinic that works with immigrants and help so many who have no one else to help. And this year, Teen Track is going to be learning what they do. Like Abraham, we need to try to help people and make our communities more welcoming for everyone. Every little bit of support helps, and it's important to remember that I think as I get older, this will be very important for me to try to do. Shabbat Shalom.